This is Common Sense. I'm William Ferguson. And let's take a look at the Democrat Party. Okay? Let's go with guns first. Okay? Later on, we're going to talk about something else that's really disgusting. But let's talk about the guns first. The Democrats, liberals, whoever, they feel that taking away the guns is the way to solve the problem of murder in schools, in public places, everywhere. So, what is the answer? How do you fix it? How do you stop these killings? Well, one, there should be a two-door entrance system. You go through one door and you announce yourself in order to enter actually into the school. Once you are in the school, you pass through a metal detector. Okay? Now that you've done that, there's a security guard as well. And he's an armed security guard, by the way. So now that you're in, and they have visual on you, and they can track you to where you're going to go, which to me would be a room near the office of the school. Why? Well, what would happen is someone would go to the classroom of your kid, get that kid, and bring them to the room. Whatever needed to be discussed would be discussed. If he had to be taken out of the school for, say, a doctor's appointment, dentist appointment, or any other appointments that he has, then the child would be taken out and returned the same way. Now, the reason that it would be that way is to secure the school. Okay? And some 19-year-old kid couldn't just run into the school, pull a fire alarm, and start shooting the kids that are running out in the hall. Now, somebody could say, okay, well, if you take away the gun, then the kid can't shoot the other kids. Okay, take away the gun. Okay, let's put the gun, any firearm, pistol, rifle, anything, out of the equation. Okay. Now, let's say the kid pulls the fire alarm and he has a knife in his hand. Okay? With a knife, you can't hear a sound. And so this kid pulls the fire alarm. You got kids running around in the hallways, and they're getting stabbed in the sides by this kid with a knife. Okay, how's that going to work? And all the kid has to do is stab a bunch of kids, drop the knife, and run out. Now, you say, well, they can get the fingerprints off it. Well, all he has to do is wear a glove. No fingerprints. And the crime has been committed and the perpetrator has gotten away. So what next? You take away the knife. Okay, let's take away all the knives. All of them. Every single last knife. Then what? How do you cut meat? With a rock? Serious. How do you cut open a box? With a rock? Oh, scissors. Okay, you're going to butcher a cow with scissors. But still, scissors can stab. So let's take away the scissors. Then what? Okay, well, let's say this kid goes into the school, pulls a fire alarm, and he's using a club. Let's say he's using a club that has nails nailed into the end of it so that these nails can penetrate the skin. And so this kid's now pulled the fire alarm and he's beating kids with this club. Only you can't see it because he's beating below the shoulder line. Okay? And they're being stabbed with the nails in this club. All right, so what next? We take away all the wood, all of it, every last tree, Every board, every house, everything that is wood, we take it away. What's next? Okay, what's next is evil will still live within some people's minds and their hearts, and they will thrive to do evil. Okay? Maybe some kid would pull the fire alarm and have a bomb set off in the hallway. You don't know, but you would know if you had the school secure. Once the school is secure, and you know that security measures are such that you cannot enter the school unless you come through the two-door system, through the metal detector, and you must prove that you are there to visit a student. And there must be a real reason, such as appointments or such, to be visiting that student. Now, that is the way to do it. But then you say, well, that student can go out into the parking lot, come back in with a firearm. No, he can't. Because he's got to pass through the metal detector in order to get back in. So, no, he can't. He can't get back in. And the school is safe, and we can stop worrying so much about students being shot at schools, or bludgeoned, or stabbed, or what have you. Now, taking away the guns, like I said, we already took the guns out of the equation, and we went to the knife, the club, the bomb, and whatever. So it's not the gun. It never was the gun. It is the mind of the perpetrator that causes these shootings, these deaths. And like I said the other night, there were more murders done by hand than guns. There were more murders done by knives than all of them. Than guns, hand, other instruments, knives. Okay? So, you're never going to take evil out of this world. Not this world. Now, in God's world, there is no evil, because God cannot be around evil. So, if you want to have the peace that God offers, find God. Seek Him out. Get a Bible. Read it. Find out what you got to do. And it's very simple. What you do is you admit that you have done wrong against man and God. And you ask for forgiveness. Now, once you have forgiveness, you repent. You don't do what you did before. And then your life becomes different in a good way, a real good way. Sure, you might have problems kicking addictions or stopping cussing or what have you, but God will help you through it. He got me through it. I quit smoking, I quit drinking, I quit drugs, I quit all kinds of things. Now my life is great. It's awesome. And I'm able to do these shows on YouTube. All right, now, let's look at the Democrats in another way. The state of California has become a toilet, literally. I saw a segment on a program about San Francisco today, and they are spending millions of dollars in order to clean up the feces on the streets of downtown San Francisco. So, and you got to remember, the state of California has a Democrat governor, liberal. The city of San Francisco has a liberal Democrat mayor. Now, seeing as that is so, and you have hypodermic needles from drug addicts, you have feces from the homeless, and I'm sure they're urinating all over everything. So now, that is the picture that I get of a city that is being run by a liberal Democrat. You have joblessness, you have homelessness, you have unsanitary conditions, and who knows what kind of diseases can come from all that filth on the streets. Who knows? If I lived in San Francisco, which I could never do, but hypothetically talking, if I lived in San Francisco, there's no way I could work downtown. No way. Because I'm sure that the bacteria, the diseases that could happen, there's all kind of nasty things. But that is Democrat. That is completely on the shoulders, in the hands of the Democrat, the liberals, those who think that taking the money of the people of the society is good. It's not. You have destroyed your own society. And I heard that President Trump wants to pull out ICE officials and customs officials from California. I don't blame him at all. Pull them out. Let MS-13 take over. And then let's see what happens. See how they come back and say, well, all right, we're going to have to clean things up. We're going to have to change our policies. And we're going to have to run with the policies of the conservatives and make our state great again. Because right now, San Francisco is literally a toilet. Literally a toilet. Okay? So President Trump right now is trying to drain the swamp, and he's got to reach over and flush the toilet. All right, do you get it? Do you get it? That's what the liberals want. They want to take away your protection from others, from the government, from everything. Okay? Plus, they want to take everything away from you so you're homeless, living on the street, addicted to whatever, heroin, crack, coke, smack, whatever, and living in feces and urine. That's what the liberals want. And if you don't think so, look at San Francisco. Look at it. You can literally see with your eyes what the liberal Democrats want for the people of this country. All right? All right. So I thank you for watching, and I ask that you pray for the leadership of this country, that they will stand firm in their morals and their integrity, and pray for those who have lost loved ones. I'm William Ferguson for Common Sense.